Is your business working to unlock the potential of AI? If not, you might already be falling behind. With a staggering 78% of workers bringing their own AI to the workplace, but 60% of leaders worrying that their organisation lacks a plan and the vision to implement AI, one of the most important audiences to boost knowledge and comfort with this technology is executive teams, those in the C-suite, and small business owners. So in this video, I'm going to give you an executive briefing on AI, broken down into 5 important and impactful points to help you understand why you should be seeking to adopt AI in your business and what impact you should be looking for on your business outcomes and team engagement. But first, a quick introduction. My name is Nick DeCourcy. I'm the owner of Bright Ideas Agency, a digital transformation consulting company focused on helping smaller businesses get the best from AI. Check out the links below if you're interested in learning more about me or my services. This isn't just a new technology craze. Increasingly, there is well-documented data to back up the excitement. If you listen to my bi-weekly show with Thurman Trotman, Business Boost, you'll be used to hearing him tell us how he cautions his clients not to jump out of the window when it comes to new tech, and especially AI.
Wait before you jump out the window.
Ignoring the potential for dangerous mixed metaphors, he has a very solid point. There is significant risk in jumping on a new bandwagon, and even if that potentially comes with significant rewards, it's perfectly reasonable to not want to be the first on every new thing that comes along. But the reality is that since ChatGPT suddenly exploded onto the tech scene, or maybe I should say since it jumped out the window in 2022, tech firms, consulting firms, and academic researchers alike have turned their attention to whether the claims of all the things this new technology can help us with are actually true. And for the most part, it's pretty good news for generative AI. I often hear people say that the sole place the positive narrative around this technology comes from is the tech companies that are trying to sell it to you. But this actually couldn't be further from the truth. According to Stanford's 2024 AI Index, AI makes workers more productive and leads to higher quality work. Recent research from McKinsey shows that investments in generative AI are starting to return value, including meaningful impacts in functions like HR and supply chain management. Another recent research from Boston Consulting Group shows how using generative AI can be a big booster in a field like data science. Microsoft's own WorkLab research highlights how power users of Microsoft 365 Copilot can save upwards of 3 weeks of working time per year using the capabilities of that tool. And that's not to say everyone is going to get results like that, and certainly not without work. But for those of you still on the fence on whether adding generative AI as a business tool is actually a good idea, the results are already in. You may not have adopted AI yet, but your team probably has. 75% of workers are using AI at work, but you shouldn't think that that means that 75% of organisations have deployed it. In fact, of that 75% of workers, nearly 8 in 10 are bringing their own AI, and over half of them are reluctant to admit it. This was all laid out in Microsoft's May 2024 Work Trend Index report. But again, it's not just the AI makers highlighting this worrying trend. According to an article published recently by the MIT Sloan School of Management, this bring your own AI phenomenon is really widespread and introducing significant risks into businesses. There are lots of technical and non-technical approaches to trying to curtail bring your own AI as it has started to be known. And just as Microsoft will be given any opportunity to try to sell you a Copilot license, IT security firms like Barracuda will try to sell you on their own technical mitigations to this particular problem. However, there is one really powerful way to minimise the risk of bring your own AI we should all be thinking about. And that's making sure you have a good AI strategy for your business that focuses on getting generative AI tools into your workers' hands that help them achieve more and to be more fulfilled while they're doing so. There are lots of downstream risks from this shadow AI, as it's become known, from data leakage to contractual or compliance issues, even to employee performance considerations. But if you make deploying a good enterprise-owned AI tool like Microsoft 365 Copilot part of your mitigation of the problem. You get the opportunity for real benefit while also minimizing risk. If you're finding this video useful, it would be great if you'd give it a like and leave a comment to help it get in front of more interested people. Also, if you'd like to see more like this, please do subscribe to the channel. Last, for this video in particular, if there's a leader in your organisation who could benefit from understanding a little more about the potential of AI, consider sharing this video with them. It's not just about getting more done, it's about staying competitive for talent. The reality is that even if your workers are using this shadow AI, their motivations are probably not entirely just about doing more and more to boost your bottom line. Despite the quiet quitting phenomenon of the last few years reducing, and pressure on workers, in some cases because of AI, increasing, there continues to be a drive among many, and particularly those in the generation just joining the workforce, to achieve a better work-life harmony with the aid of many tools, including those that are AI tools. At the end of last year, Microsoft released a report entitled "What Can Copilot's Earliest Users Teach Us About AI at Work?" One of its most thought-provoking points was that those who had already experienced Copilot were not that open to giving it up, with 77% of users wanting to keep it and 30% saying that access to Copilot might influence their choice of future employer. A recent report from Deloitte highlighted organisations deploying AI effectively saw increased employee satisfaction, with boosts to retention and engagement. There's a far broader conversation to be had about the benefits of AI deployment in businesses than just hard metrics that demonstrate more income or less costs. These are undoubtedly important because of the costs involved in rolling out these tools, which for effective deployment must extend beyond just purchasing the software into training and organisational change management investments. However, the downstream impacts of AI may be profound and impact how your team thinks about and engages with your company, your ability to hire and retain, and even providing benefits to employee mental health. I recommend you watch my recent video about measuring the return on investment from Copilot, which I'll link below, which gives more detail on some of these topics. There are probably a million options, but for most businesses, only two make sense. AI has sprung up everywhere and is seemingly infused into pretty much every software and related product, so it may seem there is a big decision to make on which AI solution you should pursue. However, for most businesses, the best first step into generative AI will solely come down to what productivity solution you have deployed, and for the vast majority, that's either Microsoft 365 or Google Workspace. I acknowledge that there are a range of different generative AI solutions users of a suite like Microsoft 365 could choose over Copilot. I made a video a few weeks ago considering some of these other options. But it has also been my experience that those who are genuinely seeking to make a choice are also those who are already knee-deep in the generative AI space. For all those who want the benefits of AI without caring too much about it, the right solution is to just use the one that plugs into your productivity suite, like the right solution is just to deploy Microsoft Word over some more esoteric product that might have a few extra bells or whistles. Particularly in the market I deal with most in my consulting practice, smaller businesses, the right choice is almost always Microsoft 365 Copilot for organisations already using Microsoft 365. You get AI integration that is good, alongside really simple plug-and-play usability inside the apps, security controls, and permission structures you've already put in place. You also get really cutting-edge access to extensibility options, which I think will become one of the most important differentiators in the AI space. Your IT team doesn't have to really learn how to manage anything new, your support can come to you in exactly the same way, and all the agreements you already had in place with Microsoft continue to stand. Choosing AI doesn't need to mean working through decision fatigue. Unless there's a really good reason to look elsewhere, really niche needs, or a team who is really interested in putting a lot of work into dialing in a more customized than average AI solution, just follow your existing productivity suite choice. With so much going on in the world of productivity AI, working out how to get the best from this technology can be time-consuming and confusing. I help businesses like yours with their Copilot adoption journey, from advisory help on the selection of the right AI tools, to technical advice with their implementation, to leadership and end-user training, and support with extending its capabilities across your operations. Whether you are just thinking about which AI solution to choose, or if you're already in the midst of using Copilot, I will help you maximize your return from your investment in this AI technology. Check out the links down below and get in touch to start working with me. Our autonomous AI future is coming quickly. You need to build the foundations for it. The next wave of generative AI technology will take our co-pilots and see them make their first solo flights, perhaps just a couple of laps around the airport before they return home. And this idea of AI technology, like we've been using working autonomously, isn't far into the future. Microsoft is literally going to be bringing the first preview of this tooling to its Microsoft 365 Copilot product next month. As the focus changes from directly helping humans task by task to autonomously handling simple, and then over time more complex processes in cases where human intervention isn't always needed, we will quickly see AI radically change what work looks like and the relationship many information workers have to their work. The foundations we are building to make human assistive co-pilots work, the knowledge of responsible AI, the data cleansing, the upskilling on writing prompts, will all be all the more essential as organisations embark in this autonomous AI world. And while the specific capabilities of these AI agents may advance over time, that new modality of work where your information workers need core skills around data management and directing the work of AIs through prompting will probably remain in many ways consistent until the next big leap in AI technology perhaps sees us achieve the much discussed general artificial intelligence, or AGI, that companies like OpenAI are racing towards. The adoption of AI is not just about a new technology that may be outdated in a year or two. This is likely about bringing a new approach to work in our businesses, just as typing pools with typewriters gave way to PCs sitting on executives' desks. There's a heck of a lot more I could cover here. In fact, when I have done longer form executive briefing sessions on AI for my clients, I've had the opportunity to go much more in depth on AI related issues directly relevant to those businesses. Be sure to reach out if that's something you're interested in. However, I tried here to cover those headline themes that are often crucial to starting or moving forward an organisation's AI journey. What would you include in your AI briefing? Are there points you see differently? Or have your experiences taught you to think about these issues from a different perspective? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching through to the end. Until the next video, bye bye.